There has been a question mark as well about Frimpong. What are your thoughts on him and his situation?
Yeah, I heard the story, you understand, for the defending when the coach comes out and he says, like, one of my players was thinking more about attacking than defending. I mean, that moment they concede a goal and you see him trying to challenge. He still made the challenge. He was in that position, but he wasn't good enough at that moment. It's tough. Why? Because I hope, you understand, like sometimes as a player, it can kill your confidence too. I hope not it's going to happen to Frimpong because clearly, he looks like a strong-minded player and he will handle that. But in a way, you got to understand because when your coach, instead of playing you, he plays somebody else in your position, that's when you start questioning it. So the only thing I hope now that is not going to happen to him because look, why he got him is because attacking-wise, he's very good. Defensively, that is not his game. I know he has to play in that position, so he has to know how to defend. But when he plays for Holland, the most likely he's being used to doing the attacking job more than doing the defensive job. So if that has to change, of course, I think as a player, he's got the speed. So that is not, it should not be a problem for him. I hope that he understands that and that he changes his game because you want to play, you don't want to sit on a bench.
Well, he had that, but he had that last year, didn't he? Slot. He had Alexander-Arnold. It was, he's a better footballer than Frimpong.
But also more attacking-minded.
But the point being is he was also deficient in those defensive areas. So it's kind of the same problem. Maybe he's just not getting, or he's not getting. He'll get more of a winger wide play from Frimpong. What he won't get, obviously, and I don't think many would do it. He's not going to get that range of passing, Stephen, is it?
No. Yeah, but Craig, no. Craig, he had the compensation 2 years ago with some other players as well. But last year was with Konate. Konate was a much better player than this season. Well, the beginning of the season, and he was compensating. And a few years ago, you had Anderson compensating as well and covering Trent Alexander-Arnold. So everything was working. But today, nowadays, Frimpong hasn't got the support that he needs. Konate is not as good as he used to be, so maybe he's going to change. Szoboszlai, if he plays on the right side, he's not covering him enough. McAllister is not the player he used to be. Gravenberch is doing great, but he cannot do everything. So they have to compensate. And again, we are judging Arne Slot on players not being good enough, even the players who are there for a while. So it's also the players that you have to judge on top of judging Arne Slot, because last year they were good. This season they're not good. Is it the Arne Slot error? I'm not sure about that. It's not 100% Arne Slot.
I think that a good example of that actually is, but he has to figure that out, Slot. And this is a big test of his period at Liverpool. He's got, last year it was Stevie said it kind of. Team almost picked itself, and maybe they did play too many games, the same players, and they ran out of steam a little bit in the second half of the season. Certainly domestically the job was done. In Europe they got found out. One player in particular, although there's several, you can look at Mo Salah and all that, but one player who I know he's had his injuries, but Alexis McAllister, you rarely ever seen him waste a pass. He was always available. He would do some great things, but he would do a lot of tidy stuff.
He's not fit though. Liverpool's got so many. Let's be honest. Liverpool's got so many problems. It's frightening, And in some ways, the whole Isak and Wirtz thing is taking a lot of pressure off the so-called core group of Liverpool players, who we relied on, who were at a certain level every single time they stepped on the field. So right through the team, we're talking about a group of players where none of them are even close to where they were last year. And yes, I agree. Arne Slot, at the end of the day, he's the coach. He's the guy that has to sort it out. He's the guy that has to get them going. He's the guy. But at the end of the day, the players have to be responsible for their own performances as well. So not only is Arne Slot struggling to figure out what way to go, but there's not a player in Liverpool's team right now that you can say is carrying the rest. I mean, they're not. Everybody, in some shape, way or form, is struggling.
This is huge for Liverpool. I know we're going to move on. But this is huge. This is huge for Liverpool in the sense that the points they've got are very good. with the performances that they've put in thus far. And all these things we've talked about since the start of the season, the issues with the signings and fitting people in. But if they were to lose at home to this Man United, it's okay, they beat Sunderland last time out, but let's be honest about it. They're absolutely rotten, right? If they were to lose at home to this Man United side, that's 4 straight defeats in all competitions.
Yeah.
And the questions just keep coming. The negativity, is Wirtz worth the money? Can he do that? Did the manager get lucky last year? I mean, all these things. It is it's a big game for United, don't get me wrong.
Unthinkable.
It's a massive game. Massive game for Liverpool. Put the last 2 behind them.
Well, I must say, it's a bit refreshing to finally talk about all the problems Liverpool has. He said, I feel like I've been in an inconsistent environment for a very, very long time. So it's even more difficult to be consistent. I think consistency is what I need to bring into my game. And yeah, I'm looking to do that. All right.
I've just looked up inconsistent inconsistent, sometimes construed as lazy with a bad attitude.
Do you know what?
Stevie, what do you make of what
Do you know
Marcus
that
said?
statement there?
Yes.
There's only one real thing that sticks out big time.
And that's that he was in an inconsistent...
It's not my fault.
Oh, fair.
That's what that statement is. It's not my fault.
Yeah, exactly.
How about you take some responsibility? Try to blame others. Oh, nothing's been consistent. I want to be... Well, guess what? You can do something about it.
He wasn't wrong. It is an inconsistent environment.
No, it's not. It's a bad environment. It's been consistently bad. But
the only thing
when you're in, as a player, when you're in a situation...
Oh, well done. I love it.
True.
Oh,
well, then you have
Okay.
to... You have to shut everything else off and get your job. What's my job? What can I do? What's my little piece of the puzzle that I can make it better for not just me but for everybody? That's how you're supposed to face challenges, not blame everybody else. That's all he's done.
He can drive consistency. He can drive consistency. As Stevie said, consistency within himself. If he's consistent, he turns up at training, he works hard every day. Did he? No. Yeah. He's consistent when he tracks runners back and he works hard for his team and he presses on the field, no matter who was in charge. Amorim, Ten Hag, Solskjaer, couldn't give a toss. Was he consistent in his work rate? The answer is no. He can't control what the club decisions are, but he can control his attitude. And his attitude at Man United, in the end, not at the start, in the end, was appalling.
Frank?
Yeah.
I think the thing is last season at Aston Villa, the environment was great, and it was a consistent, good environment. And it performed for a while, but not for the whole season. And for the time he was there. So that's and when we talk about Marcus Rashford, it's because we all agree that the talent is there, that we can rank him very high because he has everything. So, and we have said that for years, since we saw the season he was capable of doing at Manchester United. But yeah, that's all his fault. Take it for yourself.
Yeah, but that's why I agree. Look, the thing with him now comes to, we all know he's very talented. When he broke through, everybody was admiring him, loved the way he played, including myself. And then comes a time where the team drops. That is exactly the time when we wanted him to take the responsibility. And at that moment was the moment where the inconsistency, like he names it himself, is also when everybody looked at him. And I think there was a moment came where he sometimes didn't, or sometimes that he was a long time that he went hiding, where you didn't see him really putting his foot down and saying this is what I demanded, this is what I'm going to show you, and I'm going to carry this team if I have to. And that is the thing what was missing, because, as a player, he has the speed. He has when he wants to play, he takes people on, he feels comfortable. Now he's at Barcelona. Why is he playing like that? Because he knows that he's in a team that is full of talented players. So I have to turn up. And he's turning up. So if he can do it there, he can clearly do it. Even if his team is not performing, you can do it at Man United too.
He's 27, he's not a baby anymore.
Aye.
He's 27. Yep. Let's be honest about it. We'll talk about what he's doing at Barca on a weekly basis, off the bench or not.
Yeah.
We'll see how that drives forward. If we're being honest, he had that season in 22-23, and off the back of that, he got a humongous new contract, and he chucked it. Next year, in the following year, he chucked it. He got his dough, got his big deal, and he threw the towel in. because times got tough at Man United. And that's when you need your star players to be rolling their sleeves up. And he did not. And he's a lucky, lucky boy that Barcelona have some issues and they needed some players to cover. Very, very lucky. And fair play, I mean, he should take it with both hands. Because if he doesn't, where's he going to go?
Yeah, that is a big question indeed. Well, Rashford has been in action for England's Three Lions, but at the weekend he will turn his attention back to Barcelona as La Liga returns on ESPN+. Barça in action against fellow Catalan club Girona. That's 9:45 a.m. And then Real Madrid, we will see if Kylian Mbappe is good enough to play against Getafe. That is on Sunday.